gritty and raw. Yep, this is the Wake Up Call. The Wake Up Call. Now live on the best entertainment has to offer. Good music, good times. Where the culture lives.
I keep on counting my blessings, my blessings, my blessings. We have a guest online. We're going to introduce him in a few. But you want to turn his mic on? I want to ask him if he wants to be a part of the back in our corner with us.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good, good. Well, first of all, I'm from Trinidad, and I heard you guys was bashing corned beef.
Oh, no.
I corned beef and rice last night.
Hold up. Sir, we weren't bashing corned beef. The question is, and I'm going to throw it to you.
You heard the question? You were
Bacon
bashing.
shark or bacon saltfish?
Bacon shark.
Right. Great. That's
So,
fine.
now-
There's no problem with that. I actually love bacon shark. I also love bacon saltfish. But these two ladies came and said that they think
We should have put corned beef in there
corned beef
It's
is
be-
above saltfish.
for us.
And I do not know in what universe that is possible.
No, I have to go with the ladies on this, man.
Oh,
100%.
okay.
Kareem, you're by yourself yet
I
again.
will literally throw something here this morning.
Pick up something. Anything.
I will throw something somewhere.
Somebody say unplug your mic.
I don't turn off mics. I could lower him down a little bit if he deafening people.
How is corned beef better than saltfish?
Somebody else again. Corned beef is above saltfish.
Okay.
So I
Stand
think
down.
I went to sleep and I woke up in the wrong universe. Because
You're pulling a Trump right now.
what in
if
the
we
West
don't agree
Indian-
with you, you want to get in a
what
ruckus.
in
No.
the West Indian nightmare is happening here? Corned beef or saltfish?
Every time.
I think we should go a vote. And if you lose, you got to buy oxtail for breakfast for me and Chrissy.
Corned beef? I can't believe it.
We'll take a
I
vote.
can't believe it.
Jason Troublemaker, I am good with you with the saltfish. Nobody not saying nothing bad about saltfish. We just prefer corned beef.
I don't understand it.
Um,
I am literally speechless.
Sir,
Chantal
will-
said she will bring you some from Granny.
Yeah, somebody has the. Y'all probably blessing that corned beef with holy water or something. Cause
Bevon, that's some spread corned beef.
in the words of my fellow Grenadian, hold on. You know what? Go ahead, keep it. I have a song to get.
Oh,
hold on,
God.
You gonna drop skinny buns on?
hold on.
I don't know. Listen, all I'm
Hold
saying.
on, hold on.
When I
keep
soak my
going.
saltfish, I just soak it good.
No.
I just soak it. I just soak it. They're paying up fish head for you. Some people trying to support you, Rarim.
Shoot, can't find it.
Not in the database again.
That is the Lord's work.
But if the God is a Trini, right?
They say, God.
To argue with that.
You hear what he said?
Got it.
They say God is our
Hold
friend.
on, I have it for y'all, blaspheming people. Ladies and gentlemen
I'll turn it up for you.
of GMGT, we've had a grave infraction carried out here this morning. I've had 3 people on the
I
show
do not believe in turning off mic, sir. But
Claim.
today,
Today. Turn that
claim
off.
that corned beef is above saltfish. And I do not know in which universe that exists, but it's not the one I was born in. And with that, I have this rendition here. You know what, Sparrow, you let me down.
Sparrow did not let you down, sir.
No wonder you're a Trini now, Sparrow. Let's go into the Bacchanal corner.
Bevon, we asking Bevon if he wants to be a part of the Bacchanal corner.
He doesn't have a choice now.
He already in the drama.
He already said corned beef better than saltfish.
And he said God is a Trini.
Yes. We have something here where our expert panel, Miss Storm, Miss Christie, and myself, give people advice, whether it's solicited or unsolicited, about situations that's happening in their life. We call it the Bacchanal Corner, but here we just call it life. So, we will add you, our esteemed guest, to our panel this morning and help us dispel some wisdom to these people who definitely is in need of it. Desperately.
Need our wisdom.
Is in need of it. And today's rendition of the Bacchanal Corner goes a little something like this. My boyfriend of 2 years proposed and I said yes. The day he moves in, he brought his 8-year-old son, his elderly dad, who was also moving in. They all used to live with his wife. He left her for me. He says that they are a package deal. I do not want this. How do we advise this young woman? You know what? Let's put our guest on the spot. Sir, what advice would you give to this young lady?
Well, you say it's a package deal. I would be like, return to sender, man. It's not for me.
Did you return any whole package?
It's not for me. I didn't sign up for this.
She did, though. She signed up for it.
Hell yeah,
Did she know in advance this whole crew was coming? Or
I don't care. She didn't know in advance.
You have to know. You invite the people to live in your house. You have to know in advance, sir.
You take this man from his woman. Take what you get.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, I mean, if
another woman, one woman trash is another woman trash. They don't understand that. You understand? They make it. It's man come up with that. One woman's trash is another woman's treasure. It's a man who come up with that saying.
That's not the term.
That's what I saying though. Just like we saying Hitler reincarnated. I'm saying that a man come up with that. Because if you have trash by the corner,
it's still
it is trash.
No,
you have trash in your house.
I think it's one man's trash is another woman's treasure or something like that. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Yes, that's what it. And Storm, what is your take on this situation?
Where it is now, or how every way she's stupid? Which one?
Both.
All right. First of all, Miss Lady, this man leave his woman for you, and he asks you to marry. How the heck he moving from one woman house to another woman house? There was no transition period.
Where he's supposed to be homeless?
Well, get a home, sir.
I think he is a homeless, though.
Because
if you're moving from one woman house to the next woman house, yeah.
And I believe the other woman was happy when this woman come along.
You're like, get all these people out of my house.
She was like,
but
quick.
the son is with the first wife, correct?
We don't know who that boy with.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah,
we don't know who that baby with.
We didn't get that part of the
equation.
equation.
No, I don't believe that baby was with his wife. Just she would keep her child and let the two of them go. He moved from the man. I say he is absolutely right.
And this is why he proposed to her, so he gets in good. Yeah, we're getting
so he
married.
could move from one house to the other.
Yeah,
I don't blame him. You understand? He's a what do you call him? A leech? A leeches? He leeches? He leeches.
Not the leech.
Ish. I ain't say for leech. I don't know him personally. He leech ish. From the information here, there's 2 sides and 4 sides to every story. But I'm saying, Miss Lady, you didn't find out what the Georgie Bundle is before you welcome it into your house? You didn't have no questions before the man come over. You were just so happy to be engaged. And then they come in your house and they're still in here. How are you coming? At the door, you're supposed to be like, where all these people going? Like at the door, like where all these people going? If you didn't notice ahead of time by the door, where all these people going? And when he answered, he was like, okay, here's what to do. As a package, you could stay here and back beyond. When you decide that you're single, uno monuno, then you could come in. You can't know.
So you in love with this man?
And with what man? The leech?
You actually brought him to move in. and you don't want to take all the baggage.
That don't
he
sound
comes
like
with.
love. That sounds like desperation.
But before he's moving in, you've had to have known he had his
Yeah.
kid
Right.
and his dad.
Right. So
Right.
that's what I tell
Again,
you.
that do not sound like love. That sound like desperation.
So anytime you fall in love, you see that feeling you get? That's not love. That's stupidity.
Amen.
That's stupidity.
No.
and
You like you have me on your bandwagon. He had me for a little while. Time out. I believe in love.
I believe in love
the
too.
tingles.
Yeah.
And you know, I like the
Yeah.
I actually like starting relationships because I really like the tingles.
That's stupidity, Storm.
I hear you, but I like my tingles. I don't know. You could be love and you could be in love and be wise.
Why do you think I fell in love only once? Because I realized.
Partner, the amount of times I have heard you fall in love. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Don't remember pay you on blast.
I wasn't falling in love.
That was in lust.
Yes. So, you know what my take
I
is
would
on?
choose no violence right now.
Ma'am, you accepted this man. You told him to move in. Take what you get.
Nope.
I
am-
completely disagree.
Yes, you know.
You're not married yet.
It's too late.
Tell him he gotta go and find somebody
But
else.
even after you married, I've been divorced twice.
And you still believe in love?
I believe in love. Like I love.
That's what I tell you. That's not love.
That's stupidity.
Yeah.
No,
that
I can
feeling,
be. Listen, I can be married 100. Like the first time I got a divorce, I
Are
was.
you Storm or Jenny from the
18.
block?
I could be any Jenny from the block. Are real money, and I really don't mind being Jenny from the block right now. Well, I don't mind being Jenny from the block right now. I'm saying that the first time I got a divorce, I was 19 years old. We were married for 3 months. The second time, the marriage lasted over 10 years. Right? I'm getting better.
Yeah. True. High five on that one. Next time might be 20.
I'm getting better. You understand? And I've done my work now, so I feel the next time will be the last time. I don't need to get married again. If I'm with a significant other that's important to him, then I'm doing it, right? But I don't feel like I need that. I don't need that validation. You didn't. You know what? That's not my.
So,
This is not my business.
I
Gigi
agree with
said-
you, Gigi.
Why he not buying new house for new wife and family? Y'all really think
Because he leech
But
ish.
I don't think it's the house. I think that it's them
If
living with her all together. She doesn't
If
want.
today I get kicked out of this house, I'm pretty much homeless. I'm telling y'all that. I don't have the kind of money to just pick up and buy a new house. I don't. So if
You don't even have enough money for an apartment.
not even for an apartment,
Yeah.
Well,
Couch surfer?
then you need to.
I'll have to sleep on this side of the
So
table.
why don't you behave?
I'm always behaving.
That is not true.
You don't see. Look
I
at
don't
me. I'm an
understand
angel.
why you don't behave. You know you don't have nowhere to go. Why you don't?
You know what? I'm done. Storm, you've been taking shots at me all morning, and don't let me slap my hand
I
on this
told
table
you.
anymore.
You're making up for
Do
lost
not.
time.
I told you ahead of time that I'm choosing violence today. Last week I was very kind to
Yeah,
him.
yeah, you were.
And I look back at some of the footage and I was like, he was not kind to me.
I'm always kind to you, Storm.
Ish.
Okay, all right. Anyway, let's wrap this.
All right.
What's your advice to this young lady? She should send it back to the sender, as Bevon said. All right, so you're thinking. What says you, Christy?
Send them back. He
Send
gotta
them
go.
back. Bevon, you're still saying go back, right?
Yeah, man, it's not too late to get out of it, man.
All right. What is your take?
She need therapy.
She need therapy.
Yeah.
My take is she needs to accept that man, take what you get.
Because you want to be that man right now. No. She needs some therapy. You gotta figure out what's going on in your life. That a man moving right from one woman. Yeah, I did that shit. I did that once.
Okay.
But something was going on with me, and I've learned.
Oh, okay. So he's in a learning.
He didn't bring no child and granddaddy.
You
'Cause
send him back to sender?
he went back to. I think he was homeless after me, but he didn't behave.
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna wrap this up. So I think the consensus is that she should definitely pause that whole thing, send that man back to where he came from.
Cause she pack all my clothes.
in a
In a
garbage. Yeah.
garbage bag.
But I say if you tell me I could move in and you don't ask me who I'm coming with, that's your problem. So
I agree
I'm-
with
So it's
you.
her fault because she didn't ask who else is coming.
Oh yeah.
It is her fault because you move a man out of one woman house straight into your house.
And you ain't ask no questions. I'm gonna assume
Not only
you
that,
knew
like,
everything in
how long
advance.
I was dating?
Exactly.
How long I was dating when he was living with his ex. Like, how was I doing?
Yeah. So
That that's very popular now to say that's just my roommate.
No, she know where he come from. She said it in the letter. She know exactly where he come from.
yeah, she does.
He did not. This is why I'm saying I don't really have a problem with the leechish, because he did not lie to her.
Yeah.
Had he lied to her, I would have a problem with him. As long as you're honest and people take your baggage, then it's not on you. I believe that. She is the problem.
So Steffi 473, and Brittany says first marriages don't count. So look at me on my first one. Look at me. So we're gonna jump into this interview. We have an amazing guest this morning. Y'all were seeing him in the background, but I'm gonna actually bring him on screen right now. This gentleman has accomplished so much, and I want to put this out there. Sir, I know they've heard you giving us amazing advice on the Bacchanal Corner, but I don't believe I can do justice by saying some of the things you have accomplished and some of the things you're doing in the world today. So without any further delays, please introduce yourself to our audience and let them know who you are.
Yes, sir. So good morning to everybody. Thanks for having me on the show. And yeah, I'm Bevon Joseph, originally from Trinidad and Tobago. Proud of that. Left Trinidad after high school, moved to the New Jersey, New York area, lived there for about 20 years. But my career has always been in the financial industry, on Wall Street particularly, on like stock exchanges, hedge funds, banks, that kind of thing. Moved to Chicago, where I'm at now. It's very cold here, so
Yeah, I can imagine.
Trinidad a lot.
You
But
miss it, Trinidad.
yeah, so what I do for a living, I run a nonprofit, one of the fastest growing nonprofits in the state here, Illinois, and some parts of the United States as well. But I worked in financial services for so long and never saw many people who look like me. I met a few trainees here and there in New York, definitely none in Chicago. But what I saw was a lack of diversity around careers coming into the industry, interns in particular. Everybody seemed to be connected to or related to somebody at that firm. You had to know the right people to get in the door. That's how it works everywhere, right? That's not just exclusive to finance. It's not just exclusive to the United States. It's everywhere. So after 20 years of working in the business, I knew a few people myself, and my wife and I, she's from the industry as well. She's from Chicago. We said, you know what, let's go out and find some Black and brown kids who are otherwise excluded from this business and train them and get them internships and jobs. Started with 5 students in 2016, and we're up to about close to 400 now. Ooh, going across the country to different cities, working in London as well, starting this year. But it's really all about exposure and opportunities, and we believe that kids just can't be what they can't see. So, we've been very successful, continuing to grow, and hoping to do more in New York as well in this coming year, despite COVID. So COVID's not stopping us at all.
Am I too old to get an internship?
You might be too old, but we could still help you with some things though.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't take that if I were you.
I did work in the financial industry for a few, and the experience has been eye-opening. Before I switched to finance, I used to work in retail, but you tell yourself you're smart, hey, I'm smart, I know about this, I know about that. But once I really got inside finance, it opened up my eyes to a lot of possibilities I didn't even know was out there. So what you're doing, I can imagine the difference it's making for our people. So thank you, sir, because it looking from the outside in, you always tell yourself a lot of these things is impossible. Like, I can't own this, I can't buy this, I can't start a business. But once you get in there and you get to understand how finance works and the inner workings of credit and all this other good stuff, you understand that it's
possible.
It's possible. It's
and not
very,
just possible,
very possible.
It's not as hard as you may think it. Like, it's not hard to do it.
So you said you spent 20 years in New York working in different ins and outs of finance. What got you into finance?
I just kind of fell into it. My very first job was on a trading floor. I was a computer repair kind of guy, fixing computers on a trading floor.
Right.
And it has like 500 people on one floor, and they're all yelling and screaming, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I have no idea what's going on here.
Pure
But I made
mass.
friends with yeah, I made friends with some traders. I met a trainee actually on the trading floor, and him and I became really good friends. And I would just get obsessed with the markets. I wanted to know everything about it. Like you said, the whole thing is exposure, right? If I
Yeah.
never ended up on that trading floor, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't know anything about investing. I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would not have like affected my career, my life, like you said, because it's all about being in that environment, soaking up the knowledge, learning as much as you can. And so I just happened to fall into that. I was on the trading floor at Morgan Stanley in New York, and again, I just spent about 6 years at that firm and just started going to like exchanges and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but always on a mission to get more knowledge and learn more and advance and stuff like that. So started as a computer, break fix guy, and made it all the way up to CTO at a hedge fund here in Chicago.
Nice.
And really it was all about networking, and getting to know people. So the Greenwood Project, which is our organization, I wish I had that 20 years ago.
Right.
And that's why you started it?
Right, exactly. I started it because of my own story of not having like mentors, of not having people to open doors for me, to make introductions. So all the students we work with are from underserved communities here in Chicago and other cities who really need that support, really need that Greenwood Project, that person on that trading floor to say, hey, Bevon, check this out. You should be doing this. You should do that. You should get this degree or this certification.
Yeah.
And we pay for everything. Like I take kids from Chicago, college kids to New York every year for a Wall Street tour. We spend 7 days in New York, visiting two companies a day, the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange.
Wow.
These are kids who have never been on a plane before in their life.
Wow.
So imagine
And you
that
say you pay
experience.
for everything?
He does.
That's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a question. What is this? Sorry. What has the support been like for you guys? Because I know you said you pay for everything. Do you guys I know you guys lobby for sponsorships and stuff like that. What has the support been like? Do you guys get a lot? Of course, you get a lot more support now than when you first started. But how did it go with convincing people that this is needed?
Yeah, so it's a good question, because whether you're starting a nonprofit or for-profit, I mean, you got to convince people that what you're doing makes sense, like there's a market for what you're doing. But we kind of self-funded this for like 2.5 years to pay the kids and to pay for everything. We give them like professional attire, transportation, meals, a stipend. Because keep in mind, the kids we're working with, they can't afford to have a non-paying experience, right? Because of where they're coming from. So yeah, we self-funded this. We had to prove that the model worked for us before people actually started taking a chance on us. So for 2.5 years, it was about 4 or 5 firms with us.
Yeah.
But the more our kids started getting full-time offers and more internships and more firms came along, about the 3-year mark is when William Blair, an investment bank, took a big investment in us, and really a long-term partnership, internships.
Nice.
And once these firms start seeing other firms come to the table, I want to be involved too. I want to be involved too. So
they want to get some of that goodwill.
Partnership. Yeah, now we have partnerships with over 50 companies.
Nice.
From Morgan Stanley to UBS to Goldman Sachs, again, all in London. But to answer your question, Storm, I tell everybody who's starting any type of business, initially people aren't investing in your business, they're investing in you, right? So your belief of what you're doing, your obsession with your business has to be so strong that people have no choice to come along when you talk about it, right? So if you got 30 seconds to pitch your business, you better convince me that you know what you're doing, because I'm taking a chance on you initially. So we did the work. I quit my job actually to do this full time for no pay for 3 years. So, that was how much I believed in what we were doing.
I feel like you're talking to me because I quit my job too with no pay to start this business. I don't think I have 3 years of money though.
I think sorry.
So let me just go through the chat, because people are really singing your praises here. One young lady says, Ginger Mammy, she says, how can we donate? Because it seems like she wants to put something into it. Sunshine says she loves the painting in the back on the wall. It is given
I've been thinking about it the whole time I'm sitting here. I have one similar.
And Steffi473 asks, at what age do you start with the students?
Yeah, good question. So we start with high school juniors.
Okay.
And because we're virtual this year, we were virtual last year. We actually have some kids from New York in our program this year, in the high school program and college program. So high school students are in a 6-week paid kind of boot camp almost. And that's all about early access and exposure to careers in finance and fintech. So there's one high school program called the FinTech Institute, and we're teaching them to code in Python, which is the most in-demand programming language right now anywhere. And they're visiting a different company every day for 6 weeks.
Nice.
The whole point of that is not to just put kids in a classroom and say, hey, teach them, talk to them all day long. It's about get out in the real world, meet people doing this stuff. Most importantly, meet people who look like you doing this stuff, right? Because diversity is a big problem in finance and fintech. But kids, one of the biggest barriers to Black and brown kids doing this is they're not seeing people who look like them doing this. So they feel like it's not a place for them. So we find a lot of Black and Hispanic folks in the industry and introduce them to the kids. And the other high school program is the Summer Financial Institute. They visit a different company every day for 6 weeks. They're in a stock pitch competition. Every kid finishes the summer with a funded brokerage account as well.
Nice.
Because we want to convert them all to investors, and they become the first in their family to start investing as well.
Wow.
Two things stood out to me. One, you acknowledge that these kids can't afford to do it without being paid. Like some people have it as just go as an intern, volunteer, do this, do that, find a mentor. And I have said that several times, and I understand that even with my kids, unless they come from FIT, that it's an intern for credits, like they have to get paid. So that you acknowledge that they need to get paid because of the environment that they're in, that's an amazing thing. And that says that also speaks to your background and where you came from, knowing that that has to happen. And another thing is, we often talk about, we don't see, one of the most amazing things for me being on this platform is I get to meet people who is actually doing the work.
Amazing people.
In our community. Because in the design community, I meet designers and I meet soca artists and stuff like that. But we've talked about different people in different industry. Being in jewelry, I've gotten to meet a lot of people that people go, they think that young people here think that Black people are predominantly poor or they're in certain service industries, right? Meeting you guys, the people who actually do the work and is on the ground and promoting our culture and helping young people get up. Meeting you guys, like-minded people, is one of the most amazing things, and that's why I do this every morning. To be totally honest, I get to talk.
So it's not me?
My shit. Yeah, I love. Yeah, it's you, all day, every day. Okay, it's you.
I thought it was.
No, but getting to meet you guys, knowing the movers, the shakers, because we said there's not enough. Now that I'm in the seat and seeing you guys all the time, I know there's enough. It's just that we need more, and we needed to push forward some more, and we need to highlight you guys.
Yeah, we don't highlight it enough. That's the problem.
I always say that we don't promote heroes, and that's what we try to do with small businesses like yours, nonprofits like yours. So I admire you so much, and I wanted to say that there are people like you in this world, and there's a lot of you, right? I don't want to say it like you're a dime a dozen. You are not. You do amazing work, but I want people to know that there is people like us out there, and it's not that rare. But highlighting it is what's going to get the next generation thinking about doing stuff like this.
Nice. So. Here's a question. What would you think would be like the biggest challenge for a Black and brown kid, like who may not have an opportunity like what you're offering? What would you tell them would be a way to get there if they don't have that opportunity of the mentorship? Because face it, you have a finite amount of resources, and as hard as it sounds right now, you can't help every single person. So the people that may not have access to you, what advice would you give them to get to the same destination anyway?
You know, the beautiful thing about this small world that we're in is the internet, right? So a lot of kids I meet, they do a lot of our research on their own, right? So you're right, we can't accept everybody into our program. We had 40 college students working last summer. We'll have 86 this year. And we have a waiting list of about 100 more that we just don't have the capacity, the funding, the partners to take them, right? But that just shows you that there's no lack of talent. What we have is a lack of opportunity.
Right.
You know, so we are on a mission to completely disrupt, turn upside down the way diversity recruiting is done in finance and fintech to reach all those kids that we can't help right now. You know, so we're telling firms, listen, the way you've been recruiting Black and brown kids is not working. You know that's not working because your diversity numbers are not changing. You know, do it. Look at what we're doing. Invest in us and help us amplify our budget, our reach. You know, we can reach more kids because, again, the kids are out there. And I've heard CEOs of major banks say we're not diverse because we can't find enough Black people. And I'm like, you're not looking hard enough, because I have no problem finding them. Right? What I need you to do is invest in my mission, because it's very expensive to do what I do. Right? People think about nonprofit. They think all you do is raise money and give it away. That's an old school mindset. I run this as a for-profit. I run this as if I'm running a trading company, because that's the world I came from. Right? It's all about, monetizing the things that you do well.
Right.
Because as a nonprofit, you could actually have a for-profit arm of your business.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that. So what's happening to us is, because we have more and more alumni now, they're getting full-time offers. So companies are coming to me and say, hey, I have this entry-level job. Do you have anybody looking for a job? I was like, yeah. But you know what? You're going to pay me for that person, because I have to do the work, right? Yeah. So I'm in the recruiting business now.
Right.
For-profit business. Because we are now looked at as a diversity recruiting company, which is not what I set out to do. But you know what? It's an opportunity to fund what I'm doing. And they couldn't find this talent without us anyway. So there's a ton of opportunity out there. You just got to find it,
Nice. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I'm full. We've had some inspirational guests for the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, I deliberately put him here because it was Phenomenal Women's Month. I'm so sorry. And he knows this, so he came on the first day we could get him on. Like, I think what you're doing is amazing. I've said that to you. I think what you're doing is amazing, and I feel like we need to highlight it more often. And you gave me such great ideas, not you giving it to me, but talking to you gave me an idea of, hey, we need to create a page on GMGT that highlights people like this, so that people could, like, people who have kids that want to go to you and people who want to donate or help you guys out in some way. And I know you're going to be in New York soon, so I look forward to that, and hopefully we could do this in studio.
Yes.
But yeah. I have nothing for you. Like, I usually, people can't shut me up.
So somebody asked how they can donate, because so give us the information.
So they can go to our website, greenwoodproject.org, and they can donate there. Definitely follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Greenwood Pro Shy. Like Storm said, I'll be in New York. So we're scheduled to ring the opening bell of the NASDAQ Stock Exchange on the 1st of June.
Okay.
And just a little history on name, Greenwood. We're named after the Greenwood community in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which was known as Black Wall Street.
Right.
So everything we do is in the spirit of the legacy of Black, wealth and generational wealth, and teaching our kids they can start building generational wealth starting with themselves. And the only way to do that is to help them get a job, teach them how to invest, and give them money to invest. So this is 100th centennial of, there's a massacre that took place in Tulsa, right, 100 years ago. And if you've seen Watchmen on HBO and all that stuff, it's kind of based on that.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to ring the bell, and then we'll also be in Tulsa for that whole centennial thing as well.
Besides Watchmen, I think that other one had
Lovecraft
had some of that Black Wall Street storyline in it too. When you come to New York, I'm definitely going to be picking your brain. I look forward to meeting with you, because we over here too, we have like big aspirations, like to scale up and to do a lot of things on the diversity arm. Like when I set out like trying to get people here, I was very purposeful. And one thing I told like the team that was close to me, like, I need representation across every spectrum, and I do not want it to be, and forgive me, I told them straight up, I do not want this to become a Grenadian station. And Storm can quote me as saying that. That's who's in my circle, that's who I know, but I know I did not want to come here and every day it was something. I wanted the experience of the whole diaspora. I wanted, when we started, we had somebody from Ghana, we had a Russian who was, So diversity, I know what diversity means, because when I was working in finance, when I went up to like the upper, started moving up, the higher I moved, the less of my people I saw. And there were a lot of times I felt like I was in the room, not because I deserved it, but because somebody just said, hey, you know what? We need somebody to kind of, darken the
token person.
So I know what that feels like. So I really wanted to push for the diversity. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you and trying to get an idea of how we can scale and do it with limited resources you know, to get to that end goal of pushing those things out there and making us stand out in industries where we're not typically looked at. So
yeah. Definitely, you're so right about diversity. And in finance, it's been proven that the more diverse your company is, the better your bottom line is, profits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a study done by the New York Stock Exchange, and they put like 30 middle-aged white men in a room to come up with trading ideas in a portfolio. And they did the same thing with a diverse group. The diverse group outperformed them by miles.
Because we had to learn to do a lot with nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have to be creative. We are very creative because of that. And to Kareem's point, like even me trying to move up in the design industry, like in the carnival industry, I am one of many. But getting up there, even like I was telling you, I'm getting into movies and stuff like that, doing the wings and all of that. I don't know anybody like me in that field. And I'm not seeing it like, oh, they have me there to have me there. They would rather me not be there. Right? And we have to see more people like us. Like I know more talented black art designers, but yet still the people who is in the big seats is not. Right? And they hire us and they don't highlight us. They put their names on it. So just being able to see you guys up there and knowing that we're climbing and knowing that we're fighting. And you said that you guys have been doing this for 2 years out of pocket. That can't be cheap, coming to New York for 7 days and paying for kids and all of that. So it inspires me to keep moving, keep going up. It doesn't matter the cost. It's about making it a better place so that our kids could the generation after us will have a better place.
So I have a quick question, and then a follow. So you mentioned that you were the CTO of a firm. Explain to us what the CTO is and does.
Yeah, definitely. So I was a CTO of a hedge fund. So the chief technical officer. So I was in charge of everything, all the software they use, the programs they use to trade with, the software developers, you know, like anything technology related for that hedge fund. That's what I was in charge of. So I had a bunch of people working under me, from support to, like I said, software engineers, developers, you name it. I mean, these finance firms are more technology firms than they are finance firms these days. Right? Stock exchanges, the trading floors have pretty much all gone away besides NYSE. But it's heavy technology. So fintech, which is like the hottest thing going right now, financial technology, that's a big push for us. We have about 25 fintech partners. And actually, so we got some big news coming soon as well. We're partnering with the Greenwood Bank down in Atlanta, Killer Mike's thing that he just launched.
Right, nice.
That's a big fintech thing coming. So it's not easy work that we're doing, but again, it's so needed, you know. And I think in the wake of 2020 COVID and the George Floyd situation, we got a ton of attention. Right. So every firm wanted to help, right? And there's how can I help? I was like, well, you could write this check here and you could take interns and you could partner with us for 5 years if you're serious.
Yeah, you know how to help.
Yeah, you know,
having that plan in place.
I need to get some checks right now.
Do we not always say this? I've said this several times. There's no such thing. I don't believe in luck. It is preparation meet opportunity. And you guys were prepared when that happened.
Yeah, we were the organization doing the right thing at the right time in the right place.
Yep.
That's when all that stuff came together. And when they were looking around, like, who's helping black and brown kids get into finance? All they saw was Greenwood.
Yeah.
Because we're so active on social media. You can't forget about us, you know, because you see, I'm in your face every day on LinkedIn. You can't miss me, you know. So Greenwood is now, I was on Bloomberg TV 2 weeks ago, and a ton of people saw that around the world. And we get a ton of new partnerships out of that. And we're talking to new firms every single day. We're doing an event in Chicago on April 17th with the city treasurer, Vic Mensa, Chance the Rapper, you know, all about fintech and getting young people into fintech as well.
So let me ask the other question now. With all that you're doing, what do you do for fun, sir?
It's right here.
Cricket.
You play cricket? Yes,
oh, wow.
Sir.
I still play cricket, man. I've never stopped playing cricket since I left here.
They have indoor facilities over there?
They do, and you believe the league here is about 40 teams, man. We're the only Caribbean team. We're the only West Indian team.
Oh, wow.
There's people from all over the islands on my team.
Oh, nice. Oh, what's your position on the team?
You name it, I do it.
Nice.
All right,
what is the name of the team?
ICC, Illinois Cricket Club.
ICC, Illinois Cricket Club.
Yeah, it's like guys from all over the islands. We're the only West Indian team. We really don't care about winning. We just care about having a good time.
Yeah, I could imagine.
That means all you're now winning.
We don't win much. So we have the most fun. Everybody wants to play with
That
us.
means all you're now winning because that's boastful Trinis.
It sounds like rum and soca every Sunday Sunday morning.
We don't care if the game is 8 a.m. They're drinking. So.
Yeah.
With corned beef and bakes.
Exactly.
But I also have 2 small kids that keep me very busy as well.
Nice.
So I have no shortage of stuff to keep me occupied.
All right, man. Nice. Listen, I'm inspired. I'm definitely gonna try to keep in touch. I know you wouldn't have much time for me, but you know, if you can spare,
make time, man.
If you can spare 10 seconds here or there, I would definitely appreciate, you know, being able to pick your brain some more. And you know, we appreciate you taking the time out to be here this morning. And it's very important to me. And I've really like put that in on my team. Like we have to highlight people that's doing good things in our community, and Storm has exceeded like finding people that fits that mold. And I have to say I'm really you know, thankful and grateful that you're here this morning giving us this time. And
we gotta shout out Kevin.
I was about to say that's my boy, you know, Kevin Maskell. I went to high school in Trinidad. He made the whole connection.
Oh, Kev did tell me, yes.
Yeah, got from Kev. So and I put it out there to everybody. Like, if you guys have anybody that Bevon, we are happy to see you, dude. Like, I know you're happy to see you. I'm going to see you when you get here. If you guys have anybody that you feel to our co-hosts in the audience, if you feel like there's anybody that needs to be highlighted that's doing great work that we haven't seen yet. I know Marley is great at sending us people. Send us people. I book everybody. I've said I'll book Jesus if he pick up the phone. Because God is at Trinity.
Exactly.
Some people join kind of late, Bevon. So just give us a quick bio again. Tell the audience
and
who you are.
Drop your social media again.
Drop your social media and contact info.
Definitely. I'm Bevon Joseph, one of the co-founders of the Greenwood Project. Our mission is to introduce Black Latinx students to careers in financial services through internships, high school programs across the country, in London as well. Really empowering them to become investors as well. Every kid gets a funded brokerage account. You can check us out on greenwoodproject.org if you want to donate or just see what we're about. We work with kids in New York, like I said, everywhere. And social at Greenwood Pro Shy on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm on LinkedIn. Look me up, Bevon Joseph. Follow us, what we're doing. Again, we're looking to reach more and more kids. And the one place I haven't been able to really recruit a lot of kids from is from my own Trinidad and Caribbean background. I want to get more kids from New York, Brooklyn, and Queens, everywhere on board with what we're doing.
If you don't send me on a mission, sir, do not send me on a mission.
Make it happen, man. You find the kids, I'll get them involved.
I have an 8-year-old, and I know she's kind of young, but she's kind of advanced for her age. So yeah, I'm ready for her to get in there.
Yeah, definitely. We're launching our own online kind of learning platform that will be free for every student anywhere. So as young as they are,
as old as they are,
exactly. Even you guys, jump on and learn some stuff about investing and stuff.
Definitely.
Because I real old right now, you know. I feel like a old man right now. You know what?
We are the same age. I just look better.
It's all about the violence.
Bevon, I am sorry. He attacked me whole of last week, so I came in here with a mission today. Anything you say, you get shut down. It was, listen, it's amazing. I'm gonna see you when you get here.
I see guys are asking for his platforms. I know he plugged it, but guys, follow us on IG. All our guests will usually post their details along with the flyer. So you guys can definitely head over to our IG and find Bevon's info over there underneath the flyer if you need to get in touch with him on IG, and then you can take it from there. The wake-up call, Mr. Joseph, sir. We definitely appreciate you coming here, and we definitely look forward to meeting you in person once you're here. But until then, keep doing what you're doing, and you know what? We'll just drop this here for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day. The wake-up call, Storm, Christy, Kareem. Christy, did you have any quick questions? I know we hogged all the questions before.
No.
No? All right. Okay, good.
Christy.
Yeah. So, we're going to be out. Mr. Joseph, have a wonderful rest of the day, and thank you for popping
I
in.
appreciate you. Thank you for doing
I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a
and
good
your
one.
wife, because she's a part of it all day,
Most definitely.
every day.